Hi, Ohio. Yes, I know. I know that jail is over. Let me give you some music. Does do you work? Do you like to work? Do you hear music? I don't know. Cause I don't hear it from that computer. I do assume that there is. She's here to rescue you from. I can't read. Fuck's sake. Cece here to rescue me from the end of workday boredom. Well, I'm gonna give you my boredom because no, this is. I do hope this is not gonna be boring. First of all, welcome in everybody. Hi, happy Tuesday. This is the only stream for this week because I will be gone at the end of the week. So I thought we're gonna do a little bit relaxing. Thanks for the bonk. Hi Code. Thanks for lurking. I appreciate you. Savage, what's wrong with you? Why so mean? Why so mean today? Anyways, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, right. So today is gonna be the only stream of this week. I will be gone for the rest of the week. Well, kind of. I'm leaving on Friday, but I need some time to prepare and all that stuff. Well, don't want to bother you with that. And I thought we'd do something chill, and we're just gonna sit, yap. And I saw today on Instagram, I follow this Instagram account who does like super cute little comics of like two, I think they're hamsters or something like that. And I thought I could do that too with our little Yuzui, like making little comics out of that, because I think I can pull it off. That should not be too difficult to draw, and I actually get to do art and put art out there, which I would very much like to do, like a little bit more, because they're a savage cactus. They are indeed. But I hope everybody is having a good Tuesday and having a good time. I lost my notepad. I wrote some notes down of things I would like to talk about today. uh, first of all, I think everybody has seen that the Steam machine dropped. My friend Mike actually yesterday sent me a message on Discord and was like, "Oh, this Steam machine dropped," and he sent me the link, and I click on the link, and it says on the Steam page there that this product is not available in your region. And I was like, okay, sounds about right. Sounds about right. So I was like, okay, Mac, what's the price? And he was like, oh, it's about like 2,000 Canadian dollars. So the base price, from what I've heard and what I've seen people talk about, is the base Steam machine costs $1,050. I don't know why the $50 is there. That is a little bit odd. But hey, yay, it's expensive. I kind of thought it would be expensive. Hi, Nemo. Oh, yeah, the price of that thing. It has like the $50. Yeah. So, yeah, Steam machine is expensive. Yeah, that's the base price without a controller, just a machine. Honestly, at that point, you can buy like maybe not the best like gaming PC, but some good type of gaming PC. Also, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Oh, we reached 900. Yay! Next week, gonna do karaoke stream. We have to stay in the 900s for that. Okay, don't get sidetracked. Yeah, so it's expensive. You can get a decent gaming PC for that, I think. So yeah. Oh no, here comes the "Don't Put the Bananas in My Butt" song, an AI trending song on TikTok. What? Jelly, what? Don't put AI in my stream, please don't. It has 50% less memory than the standard PlayStation 5 and half the memory. Yeah, but it's a Steam machine. It is basically a computer. I don't even know the specs. I never looked up the specs. What are the specs for the Steam machine? Steam machine specs. I was actually watching a video today of, I forgot who it was. Gamers Nexus. They do like reviews on gaming hardware and stuff. I was not really paying attention to that, I have to say. But they did I just want a list of you telling me what's in the thing. Okay. They did a test on the Steam machine on like the 2 terabyte one that you can get, the expensive one. And they were like, yeah, for like the $2,000, you can get a good gaming PC. Like my current gaming PC, like my main PC, it was $2,000. But also I bought it like 50% off when there was like a sale. It's already a little bit old. Anyways, let's recheck. 50/50 change of the RAM being a stick RAM 2. Some units are coming with 1 stick of 16 gigabytes after with 2 sticks of 8. That is weird. Usually in PC building, I'm a noob. I don't know much about PC building. But there's one thing that I know is that when you put RAM in, you always want to have 2 sticks or more, just in case if one has a malfunction, it still kind of runs still, kind of. You don't just put like 1 stick of RAM in. That is just not something you do. I don't know the perfect like reasons why, but that's usually not something that you do. at least as far as I know. I'd rather have a PC or 2 PlayStation 5s. PlayStation 5s for that price, yes. Also, PlayStation 5 runs better, but then again, it's just a PlayStation 5, and we have a PlayStation 5, and all I use it for is watching anime. Hi, Cizume. Are you yapping? Yes, hi, Maze. I am yapping. I'm yapping. We're talking about the Steam machine and the shadow dropping. I think the reason why they shadow dropped this because when they announced it, it was before all the RAM and stuff kind of went crazy. Let's say that was before RAM prices and everything went crazy, and then they were kind of like putting in a little bit hush because they were not unsure. They were a little bit unsure of like how they could price it, which is understandable because at that time nobody was really like sure how they could price that thing. And I have to say about one thing about the price, considering all the parts that you put in there, which I'm gonna look at. I actually have the page open. Why didn't I look at that? The price makes sense, but like the price makes sense considering like the parts they put in. But honestly, for that price, just buy a computer. Just buy a computer. Also, with a computer, you can upgrade it. Like if you buy a computer and you buy the parts, you can upgrade it as you go. Like eventually you want a better graphics card. If your chassis allows it, you just throw in a better graphics card that kind of fits your components. And then you kind of like put it out. Thanks for the useries. You can switch it out, you know, but anyways. Let me reach it. They are ashamed of themselves? No, I think they're a little bit worried about, like, they had us, from the rumors I've heard, I'm a newbie about that. I don't know all the news, but from the rumors I heard, there was a Steam machine before, like a few years back, and that one didn't perform well. That one didn't do it well. So, that flopped totally. So I think they were probably scared that this one's gonna flop now too. It might, because for that price, please just go buy a proper computer. Anyways, I only have a 4 Star Wars edition. Oh, I have the same one that came with the Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefield. I played like 2 hours on that machine. Never played on it again. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the Star Wars thing. Okay, let's see. What do we have in semi-custom AMD Zen 4 6C12T up to 4.8 gigahertz and 30 watts? Not bad. Semi-custom AMD Arena. That's also not so bad. Also, I need to crack open Battlefront. Oh yeah, it was Battlefront. It was not Battlefield. You did really you did weird shooties with it. You can upgrade certain things, but at that point, like, why wouldn't you just buy a computer and upgrade that? Cici knows about PCs, yes. Kind of, little bit. I didn't build it, but I went to a website where they build computers, and the last computer that I bought, which is now like 2 years ago, I researched the components. I said what wanted to have, and they built it for me, which is kind of nice because when they fuck up, I have like 5 years of warranty on that thing, which I wouldn't have if I built it myself. So ancient technology, no, it's perfectly fine. Honestly, it has like a 4070 in it, which is quite good. So, but that standard is like very base standard. I'm gonna stick with my Ryzen RTX 5070. Oh, that's a nice one. Display ports. Yes, we have display ports. Size. Why is there? Oh yeah, you cannot buy it immediately, right? Anyway, Steam machine. Let's see how it sells and if it sells and if it sells any good. Curious about that one. I'm personally, for myself, I'm not gonna buy one just because I have a computer, and when I go traveling I have a little Mio Game Boy. I don't need a Steam machine. What do I need a Steam machine for? So yeah, Steam machine. Yeah, that was one thing that dropped. Shadow dropped. I know that a lot of people are probably like going up the walls about that, but yeah, it's okay. People should have been a lot more angry about when. Hi, anime. People should have been a lot more angrier when they increased the prices for this Steam Deck. That got expensive. Thanks for the eggy. Thanks for the usuries. Thanks for the eggies. Also, hi Valent. Welcome in. How you doing on the YouTube side? Anyways, I don't. Okay, so I was never really a user of consoles because when I was a child, consoles were like quite expensive. And what I had was a Game Boy. And then eventually my dad always bought computers. Like we were one of the first families who had like home computers and used them most of the time. So eventually we had like the home computers. Yes, Valent, you can ask a question. I will get to you in a second. We had those home computers, and then eventually I would just play games there. So we never had the need for a console. Never really grew up with a console. Also, when you think about it, they were quite expensive. And you needed a television, and my parents were always hogging the television. So when was I supposed to play with this fancy console? I couldn't. There was no television. I had no television. I cannot play without a television. So we just used a home computer, which eventually my dad gave to me, and then that thing caught on fire. It was because I didn't clean it, and we had cats at the time, and it was like very dusty and furry inside, and then the stuff kind of kind of combusted under my desk, and then we had to repaint the room. That was a thing. Cece, no, well, Cece was like 14 at that time. Don't commit arson. I didn't do arson. I did not commit any arson. I mean, I could have, but I didn't. Have you ever played game Demon Souls? No. No, I have not. It's on my list. It's on my list on games I would like to play. Oh yeah, talking about games I would like to play. When we're done with Dark Souls, because we're close to the end, we're gonna defeat motherfucking Manus. I should not swear that much. I really should not. Anyways, we're gonna defeat Manus. And then I thought if I can get it to work, because I'm not 100% sure on that, we're gonna play Deadly Premonition, because I think that would be funny, or at least I would think it's funny. And if that does not work, I'm gonna play Doom the Dark Ages. I'm gonna try to 100% that thing because I want to find all the funny bits, like all the loot and all the cosmetics and puppets and bobbleheads and all the stuff that's in Doom. I would love to find that. So that is the plan. We will get to that plan maybe in July. We'll see how good we get. We see how good we get with that. Okay, tracking, please. The P sword for Deadly Premonition is kind of busted, just a friendly warning. I have it on Good Old Games. Usually Good Old Games already puts in like the resolutions, like the problem fixing patches into the thing. That's why I like GOG. GOG is really, really good in that thing. What the fuck is with my tracking today? Hello, mister. Track my face like a normal person. Thank you. I will get to it, Maze. You got your streak. Congratulations, 25 streams. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. So, anyways, that is the plan. I will test it and then we go from there. If it does not work, I would like to play it eventually at some point. Oh, congratulations on the 5 stream streak. I'm very proud of you, Prince. Very proud. Clap, clap. I'm sorry, Maze. I'm a little lagging behind with reading chat. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Also, Valent, I'm currently playing Demon Souls on the PlayStation 3. It's good. It plays differently to Dark Souls. I heard it plays differently to Dark Souls. I also heard it plays quite nicely. Like game-wise, I would also very much love to play Bloodborne. I'm gonna play Bloodborne because I have a capture card. I can probably make it happen with a capture card. That should work. I just my room is gonna be so crowded with so much stuff. It's gonna be so much stuff in here. It is insane. And yeah, that would be cool. Those are like little plans that I have also. Just because I said I'm gonna do art, I'm gonna whip up my little desk, prop desk thingy. Oh, Jesus Christ, microphone. And I'm actually gonna try and do some art. I don't know if I will actually draw something, but last time when I said I do art and chatting, I just ended up chatting, which was not terrible, to be honest. Cici can do art. Yes, I did a lot of art. Really like to see some. I was actually... Hold on, I need to... Where is it? I need to cast my tablet. Yes. Cici can do art. Cici can do art. Cici just has to start podcast. Yes, start podcast. I designed this model. Well, what the model should look like. Did I tell you that? I think I did. Anyways, let me set up things, because that's always a little bit. There we go. And I'm just gonna move my fat ass to the side. There we go. This was like actually the last thingy. So you added huge honkers on yourself? No, the honkers came with the thing. But this was oopsie. This was something that I was working on before. I wanted to make like a little kimono outfit for my model. I know I cannot implement it in the model yet, but I would love to do that. Somehow, some way. That is the goal eventually. So I would love that. Oh, hi June. Welcome in. A lot of fans of the original Demon Souls say the remake is inferior to PlayStation 3 original. I saw the comparison between the original Demon Souls and the remake. The remake seems scrubbed of a lot of like the flares, like the little flourishments and the stuff that. Why do I say stuff so often? I have to stop that. But the flourishments and all the pretty UI bits that make the UI look pretty So it has been. I don't know about it game wise. I don't know anything about that. But but yeah. I heard that the original one is not so good. Also, apologize for the lagging thingy. That is just because it's been casted and it's not doing so well when it's getting casted. Doesn't like that, I think. But yeah. Also, thank you, Mace. I appreciate that. So, when my model glitches out, I'm very, very sorry because I'm looking down on my tablet. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, it's crooked. Whoop. So I had the idea for a little comic. Little idea. Yay. Sorry. It is really hard to concentrate and draw and talk. Maybe I should just do this. Just chatting. I'm not so good with this. Oh, God damn it. So, and anyways, yeah, Steam. We talked about the Steam machine. Also, we talked about the Microsoft Xbox news the last time, didn't we? Yes, we did. Art streams are scary to me. Why? Why, June? Let me tell you, I just drew a circle and it is so hard for me to concentrate on yapping and keeping the conversation going and drawing at the same time. Like figuring out what I want to do. It is so hard. I imagine non-functional beast by default, I would get nothing done. That's usually how it ends. That's usually how it ends, June. That is very true. They removed many of the little details and smoothed over original textures. Yeah, that's what I saw. That's exactly what I saw too. Which is a shame because the reason why I like old games is because they do fundamentally look different than new games. New games, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but in my opinion, new games always have like this shiny, perfect look to it. And they look a little bit too perfect, in my opinion. So old games, they have like a little bit of scuff and stuff. That I like that. Also, welcome in, Pankar. How should I call you? I cannot pronounce that name. I will butcher it now. Sahil Pankar, is that right? Welcome in. We're talking about old games. We're talking about Demon Souls actually at the moment. Because Valent is playing Demon Souls. You're playing the original one, the PlayStation 3, you said, right? I don't have a PlayStation 3. Demon Souls on PlayStation 5 got a glow up, super glossy. Yeah, we were talking about that the new one looks a little bit too nice. Like, a little bit too nice. Yes, I'm having a good day. I hope you do too. Don't get me wrong, it is nice if old games get remade. I'm still waiting for Bethesda to redo all of the all of the Fallout so I can play that without wasting 2 hours of my life on trying to mod the shit of the games. So I can play them without them crashing every 5 minutes. That's the goal. I know that Bethesda's not going to do that because they're going to do another Skyrim version probably before that. But yeah, I'm still waiting for that one. What are we drawing? I'm trying to make a little comic about our little mascot, the Yuzui. So yeah. I had this funny idea about a comic where there's a glass and then there's the little Yuzui, little mascot thingy. And the Yuzui wants to drink out of the glass. And in the first panel, it's the glass and the little bubble on the side. And then the next panel is the little blobby bubble, which is basically what is it? I think it's a bunny snail I think they call it a bunny snail. It is leaning over the edge, and in the last panel, the bunny snail fell into the glass, and now it lives in there. Now it's trapped. That would be so cool. There's atmospheric gloom to what was lost in the remake. Oh, probably. It's like the old movies. You will see trapping a snail. I am the snail. June, I am the snail. I feel you so hard on the modern graphics thing. To me, it's like magic that gets lost when taking away abstraction required by older graphics. Also, older graphics. I don't know if it's just me, but stylized graphics doesn't really mean they have to be old, but stylized graphics are... Ooh, that's a cute snail. Stylized graphics, they're kind of timeless. When you look at a game from the 2000s that tried to do like hyper-realistic graphics, you can tell that it's a game from the 2000s. But when you look at like an old game stylized, like the pixel art of Pokemon, or what was it? Croc? What was the name? What's the name of the game? Croc, with the croc in the something. What was it called? Let me Google that. Croc game. Croc and the Croc Legend of Gobbles. That was the game. That was kind of stylized. That was neat. I think that always looks better than when it's not stylized. Or just nowadays when you play stylized. By the way, it is still Steam Next Fest. I was playing a lot of those demos. Mostly like roguelite card games. I don't know why roguelite card games, but this is my new obsession now, I guess. Roguelite card games. And there's one game. It's called Shroom and Gloom. This one is very stylized. Let me merge those two. Jesus Christ. Thank you. That is very stylized. That looks really, really cool. I played that for 2 hours yesterday. I have no idea what's going on in that game. I literally have no idea what I'm supposed to do and what's going on there. But it's a good game. It's a good game. It's very stylized. That game is not gonna die anytime soon, I think. Looks very cool. It reminds me a lot of Inscription. Do you know that game? That game is old. How old is Inscription? That has been out for a while. Inscription. Where am I even typing this? Please. Inscription. How old are you? You need to finish Inscription so badly. Oh, you haven't seen the end? The end is so weird, but it's very good. I like it. It's from 2021. Oh, it's a dark ages game. Well, it's not dark ages, but you know, Corona times. But it reminds me a lot of Inscription. And what I liked about Inscription, that once you finish the main story of the game kind of through, that was medieval game. Are you talking about medieval where you play the skeleton guy? I think his name was Kevin. No, his name was not Kevin. Why am I thinking his name was Kevin? But that was also a very good game. Very good, very stylized too. Anyways, when you finished Inscription, it was kind of cool because then you unlocked free mode, and that was nice. Need a look like this. No, not really like this. I cannot draw today for the stuff. For fuck's sake. Just gonna do a little look. No, it's not supposed to look like that. It's kind of supposed to look like not a peanut. But an almond shape? It's kind of supposed to. Also, you will probably hear me hit my microphone. I think, yeah, kind of this shape. And then I just duplicate this shape. I'm a very lazy artist in that sense. And then it looks like this. Would you recommend Inscription to people who don't like to play card games? That is a hard question. Because technically, it is not just a card game. It is a little bit more meta, if you know what that means. So basically, it's. How do I describe that? I think if you. Okay, so honest thought. I think if you do not care for card games whatsoever and the mechanics of card games, and how to play card games, building your own deck, figuring out a deck you like, and learning about the cards that you have, I think you're not gonna really enjoy Inscription. I don't think you would. Really not. I mean, it has like extra bits, but the main gameplay loop is a card game. And you will play that card game a lot. A lot. Because it's not just like, oh, you played a card game. I'm gonna spoil the game for you a little bit. It's you have this map and you move on this map with your little figurine. You have 2 lives. And if you die, you start again from the very, very beginning of the map with a whole new deck that you have to build and all that kind of stuff. So you will be playing cards a lot. There's a little bit of like an extra curricular quotation marks element to it. Where you stand up and then you explore the room and then you unlock some goodies and all that kind of stuff. But the main gameplay loop is a card game. I'm really sorry about that. Main gameplay loop is card game. There's a demo of a new game in Steam called Psycho Dad, where you play a psychic girl fighting monsters. Reminds me of PlayStation 1 called Galarians, but you play a young boy with powers in Galarians. Let me look at that. Honestly, I don't know if I'm actually gonna get to draw a lot. Let me put this away. I cannot concentrate on chat and art at the same time. My my multitasking skills went out of the window. I'm so sorry. Okay. What is it called? It's called Psycho Dead. Let me look at that. Psycho Dead. My neighbor's dog is barking. There were a few good, like, Psycho Dead. Oh, I think I saw the demo of that game. I haven't played it, thanks for the head pets. I saw that. It looks quite cool. It looks quite cool. It has a little bit of a Resident Evil vibe. At least that's what I'm getting. Like this looks quite Resident Evil-y. Not terrible. Maybe I'm gonna put that on my list. Maybe I can plop that in to play this week. I was playing the demos that I got was, damn it, I deleted some of them. But there's a little platformer that reminds me a little bit of my Little Nightmares, which is called Salt and Soul. That looks really cool. I have not played that yet. And Void Diver. Hi, Mr. Nike. Thanks for the little cheer. One that I haven't played yet, that I have to get to it, is called Void Diver. which is an extraction shooter pixel graphics. It has a little bit the vibes of Project Zomboid. Where art goes, CC cannot concentrate on art. CC CC has zero nuggins. I'm gonna try, but I need to restart the session for the art anyways soon. Silly CC, I'm sorry. I'm not really good at like multitasking. I'm so sorry. I try. Hold on. But yeah, that's another demo that's on my list. I mean, there were some good demos out there on the Steam Next Fest this time. But the thing that I didn't find on Steam Next Fest for demos or not anything that I liked was Souls-like demos. Oh, great. Procreate is making an update now. Let me see. Why are we doing an update now? It's always suspicious when stuff does updates. That is always super suspicious. Okay. Let me plop that back up. So we can do the art. There we go. It's a little mochi and we have a glass. That's how far I got. I don't know how to draw that mochi creature yet. I kind of want it to be, it looks like it takes a lot of inspiration from anime called Elfenlied, which has similar premise. Oh my god, Elfenlied. I watched that. I watched that as a teenager. That was one of the weird animes that I watched. I really much liked it. I liked how they did the paddles with Van Gogh. Oh no, Elfenlied. Are we triggering PTSDs now? As a teenager? Well, yeah. How old is Elfenlied? Elfenlied. No wonder you messed up. Come on. So, one of my favorite animes is Neon Genesis Evangelion. For real? Elfenlied is on Crunchyroll? No, it's not on Crunchyroll. Fuck off, you lied to me. I hate how Crunchyroll always lies to me. It had 13 episodes, yes. When did the anime come out? It ran actually for 3 years. That was where it was as a shusha. It was actually quite a while. Elfenlied came into production. I need a year. Jesus Christ, you don't want to give me a year. For fuck's sake. Elfenlied was one of my first anime to forever ago. Yeah, that was a vibe. Like, nowadays you get spoiled with a lot of good anime. Back then we watched shit that traumatized you. Like, the first manga that I read was actually Hellsing. If you know the Hellsing anime, let me tell you, the manga is nothing like the anime. The manga is nothing like the anime. Did you read the manga ending of Elfenlied? No, I never read the manga for that one. But the manga for Hellsing, oh my god, that is sexualized. Like, the first chapter starts with attempted rape. Just like, what? Oh, that's a thing. Oh my lord. But I can look up the manga. Should probably be somewhere. If I wanted to draw a snail creature, how would I draw a snail creature? The scene of the girl escaping from the building while effortlessly killing all soldiers with the scene was almost identical. Yes. And the ending of the Evangelion manga. I have the Evangelion manga. I have not the original version of the manga, but I have the rebound version of the manga. I need some inspiration of little sea bunnies. What do little sea bunnies look like? Hey, little sea bunny. It's an actual to honest god ending. If you mean Evangelion, like, okay, so there's different versions of Neon Genesis Evangelion. All right, there is very different versions. The versions that I like are the movies, the remake movies, because they make sense, and the ending is not very weird. The problem that they ran into when they made Neon Genesis Evangelion, that for the ending, was that they ran out of money and time, so they had to put like a lot of stuff that was supposed to happen into 2 episodes that made no sense whatsoever. So yeah. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Image. Gonna add an image. Stop doing that. Okay, I need inspiration for a little sea bunny. Where did I save the little sea bunny? Why are you doing this to me? Did we not save the little sea bunny? Oh, Jesus Christ, where did that picture go? Did it go into... No, that was last month. I want my little sea bunny picture. So I have something to look at. Yapping, you say, yes. I'm trying to find the picture that I saved of sea bunny so I can probably draw a sea bunny. Oh, there it is. And get like a reference. Why are you so small? Why are you so small, little sea bunny? Okay, where should I put you? I mean, should I put you like here? Gonna put you there. Chat is in the way, but we're just gonna live with that. I have it on my screen too, so I can actually see. Oh, look, it's Slug-you. No, it's a sea bunny. Actually, I don't really care for bunnies. Is that weird? I don't really care for bunnies. Sea bunny, like a bunny with swimming costume. No, it's like those little sea sluggies that you see that are kind of rude, to be honest. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, and also I'm not sorry. It's just little sea bunnies that live on the seafloor. They're called sea bunnies, but they're technically sea slugs, and they look kind of cute when you Google them. They kind of look like this and a little bit furry and stuff. And there's different variations of those. So yeah, Cece's war on bunnies. No, I already declared war on teddy bears and said teddy bears were made, and then I think YouTube didn't like that short where I said that. YouTube really didn't like that short. So I was just like, yeah, I guess. But for reals though. See, bunny in the swimming costume. Yeah, we read that. What did they ever do to you? Nothing. I had bunnies when I was a. I did have bunnies. The problem with having bunnies as a pet is that they're very, very hard to care for. Because bunnies don't let you know when they're. Can it be eaten? Sea bunnies, I have no idea. I would not try, to be honest. But anyways, I had bunnies at home as a pet, and bunnies are really, really lovely Japanese name that I cannot pronounce. To answer your question. Okay, back to the thing. I had bunnies. The problem with having bunnies as a pet, they first of all have a like very, very short lifespan. They only live up to like between 6 to 8 years, depending on the race of bunny you have, like the type of bunny, what breed it is. And also, bunnies have that thing because they are prey animals, so they get eaten. They have that thing that they keep on running and jumping around and acting like nothing is wrong, even though they're sick. So you do not know that they're sick. Like unlike a cat or a dog, they will keep on running until they fall over dead. So it's very, very hard to care for them because by the minute you know that they're sick, they're already like on the brink of death. So you hardly ever can bring them back. That's the sad truth of having bunnies as a pet. Very sad truth about having bunnies. They're not very expressive, are they? Except they're angry, they stomp. No, bunnies can be expressive can be quite expressive. Like when they're super happy, they jump around like little bouncy balls. They're quite cute with that. When they're scared or things, when they're content, when they like you, they start rubbing against you. Because that's how they express like affection when they bundle together in a horde. But they're really hard to care for. Also, the thing is like when you keep them as a pet and they do not really have like a burrow to go into, because we had like a little stable thingy, but it was not in the ground, it was above ground. They tend to run away. Like I had it once that a bunny escaped and we never found that bunny ever again. So probably got eaten by a fox or whatever, lived in the forest behind my parents' house. So yeah, you have a flower mantis. Oh, that's cool. But bunnies can be very expressive. It's the same with all animals. If you ask a person who does not like pets or animals in general, they're gonna be like, oh, they're not very expressive. Like they do nothing. They're so boring. But pets do have their quirks. Like every pet has their quirks. Like Finley has a ton of quirks. Like that dog is a diva. But yeah, they're like women. If you ask them what's wrong, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, not like that, Maze. But yeah, it's very hard to care for them. I'm just gonna. No! Ah, fuck. There we go. Duplicate. Do I want them? Maybe do I want them same size? Sorry, I need to concentrate to make a sea bunny out of shapes. This is gonna be very, very hard for me. I should not overthink it so much, but I do. But I do. Yeah. So then I'm gonna cut off like middle bottom here. Like this. And then you're gonna connect it like this. This is gonna be a trial and error, trust me. Maybe I want the back to slope down a little bit more. Like a little snail. Hold on. Okay, this is where we go from. Satin slug is pretty cheap. What the fuck is satin slug? Anyways. So this is gonna be the front face kind of thing. And then my bunny has those two little things. Rare footage of CC concentrating. I do concentrate a lot. Like, honestly, when I draw, I just sit in my room. I have like one of those weird documentaries. Oh, I know that you can keep some as a pet, or at least people try to keep sea bunnies as a pet. I think that might be actually quite hard to keep them as a pet. Would be cute though. Not gonna lie, but anyways. Would be a real dick move to throw sharks at her right now. You can do that, Mace. You can throw some gummy sharks at me. But I do tend, when I do art, I usually do concentrate a lot. I sit in my room and then I have like a documentary or some new gaming news or something running in the background. And then I do my art. I do the art, or the art does me. The struggle is real. I want an axolotl, but they're fragile as bitch. But they sure die early. You get a fine since they're endangered species. Yes, they are an endangered species. They're hard to care for, but also axolotls can almost grow back any part of their body, which is kind of cool when you think about it. That is quite a cool thing. Oh no, Earthshell is approaching. Juruna funebris satin slug is $20 or 20 euros. But what about the upkeep? Because I'm pretty sure you need like a proper tank for that. Water filtering system. What do they even eat? What do they eat? What do sea bunnies eat? Let me Google that. What do sea bunnies eat? Sea bunnies primarily eat toxic sea sponges. Where the fuck, if you have one as a pet, where the fuck would you get a toxic sea sponge from? Can you just buy that at the grocery store? One toxic sea sponge, please. Funny. They also eat algae and seagrass, other small marine life like sea snails or other sea slugs from Walmart properly. Okay, Mace, I don't have a Walmart. Walmart is a purely like American continent thing. I have no Walmart near me. Jellyfish. They do eat jellyfishes too? Not the jellyfishes. Oh, the poor little jellyfishes. We're little jellyfishes. Skill issue. No, just we don't want European countries usually do not want major US corporations here. Also because European food laws are very, very different to whatever the US has. What the fuck does the US have? Do you even have laws? Like we don't know. You don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. It's just a wild blur. Okay, mine has like a little tuft on the button. Don't ask me, I'm not American. Oh, that's very true. Wait, I didn't know which country you're from. Can I ask? You can ask. I'm from Austria. Please do not say Australia. Please. Anyways, gonna try and do my little sluggy thingy. Has little tufties on the side, like. Does that even look proper? No. It has one big tufty, and then it has small tufties. Yeah, that looks about right. Just make little tufties. About a little sea sluggy. Okay, this is just rough sketch. Also, I think from the head should probably go a little bit like this for a little butt shape. I don't know. Should maybe go. I know Austria, they're playing in the World Cup. Yes. A lot of countries are actually playing in the World Cup. Oh, you know the difference. That is really good. You're Slovakian, they say Slovenia or Hungary. Oh no, it's very different. Very different. Very different. I know for like a lot of people it doesn't really matter, and then they like to mix up countries, but if you know like the history behind it, and then you know like the Croatian people don't really like the Serbian people and all that kind of like little stuff that happened, the little stuff number 1 and the little stuff number 2, you know. Didn't a dude starting getting murdered there World War One? No, he got murdered in. Where did he get murdered? Oh no, at jailed. I love when you put in Franz Ferdinand. The first thing that it gives you is the band. Actually, quite good band. You should look. You should look them up. He was assassinated in Sarajevo. Yeah, assassinated in Sarajevo, which was actually in Austria-Hungary. Yeah, back then it was Austria-Hungary. I saw a post recently where somebody was looking at the map, and it was like parts of Croatia and Hungary and all the like. My geography is horrible, so please don't lynch me. Parts around there, and there's like a mountain range enclosing a part of the area there, and somebody on a post, I think it was on Reddit, was like, oh, this would make a perfect natural border for a country, and people were like, don't give them ideas. We've been there, we've done that, don't give them any more ideas. I can't open my can, for fuck's sake. I just want a little drink. Oh, there we go. Ow. But yeah, that happened. That happened. That was a thing. That was very much a thing. Maybe. I figured it out. Then mine has like little bluey eyes. And a little. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now to the cleanup. I was just scratching my nose and my character does a weird bobble. Look, they favored. Should I make it? Aren't they blind? Yes. But as you can see from the little bugger on my shoulder here, or the sticker you can get if you subscribe on Twitch, that one has eyes. So I'm just gonna give it a little face, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna anthropomorphize it so it looks a little bit cuter. Okay, goody, goody. Also, if you'd like to see it a little bit closer, as a little eyes. There we go. I probably need to like squish it a little. Maybe a little squish. How do you make them have funny eyes? Funny eyes? What do you mean by funny eyes? Like this type of funny eyes? I don't know. I want it to be cute. I like stuff when it's cute. I like cute things. No, people never believe me, but I do like cute things. Oh, like the googly eyes? Like the eyeglasses on spring. Like these googly eyes? It kind of do not have googly eyes. I could give them googly eyes, but then again, this is like just a normal drawing, so it doesn't really matter if it has googly eyes or not. You know? Just saying. Just throwing that out there. I also think I probably drew that too long. I'm not quite happy with things. Rectangle. Like this. And gonna smush that in a little. Yeah, maybe like that. It's your art and your creativity. I'm just a guess. I mean, I could give it googly eyes, but then again, like as I said, it's just a normal drawing. It wouldn't do much. Not really. I mean, on the model, I could put googly eyes on it. On the little mascot model. And then it has googly eyes. That's always a possibility. I do appreciate your input. I do. Can't even draw a face. Oh, everybody can draw a face. Like, look. Face. Oops. You don't see it because of the sluggy. There. Creepy face. Honestly, I am a little bit on a mission. Wouldn't even call it a mission, but like on a journey to relearn how to draw and draw better and do things. I think I'm overthinking this. I want to give like a little bit smaller body And then I can give it like the little tufts around the butt. Everything is a little bit of like trial and error. That's just art process. But yeah, as I said, I'm a little bit on a journey to relearn how to draw. I tried a phase, but like soup, that's perfectly fine. Everybody starts somewhere. Like my art is not particularly good. I don't think my art is particularly good. I always see other people draw, and they draw so amazing. And I know what they say, that comparison is the thief of joy. That is very true. That comparison is the thief of joy. But that's what we are. That's what we do. We humans, we compare ourselves with others. Because we always think like, oh, how can they do something cool like that and I can't? And then you start getting upset. And that's silly. You shouldn't get upset. But at the same time, I do understand why people do get upset. Are their eyes, are their ears a little bit too small? No, I don't think so. And then yeah, like this. I think we're getting there. Honestly, when I think about it, maybe I should shorten the body a little bit more, so that it's just like a little blobby, like to here, and then I have the tufts out. It's a little bit trial and error, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's gonna be my little speed bump. It's gonna be starting to look cute, and then I have to deform it. But I think I'm onto something. I like this. Hold on, this is not the color that I wanted. This one. Okay. That's usually how my art process goes. I throw something down and then I rework it and draw over it. And then I rework it and draw over it again. And then I do that so often until I'm satisfied. Until I like where it's going. It takes a while. It's as I said, it's basically like a trial and error process. Very much trial and error. But at the end, you do get somewhere. At least somehow. Okay. I like this. And then as I did here, this is the ear behind. And this one is the ear that sticks out here. And then we have the little eye. And the mouth. And now I'm gonna fix this because I wanted to have the tufts as a little mascot, because I give the little mascot the tufts as I wanted to. So I'm actually gonna draw these on a second layer so I can adjust them if I don't like where I put them. That's exactly why. We're going somewhere, guys. We're going somewhere. I should round out this shape a little, I feel. Give it a little jump there, and then am I on the wrong layer? Yes, I am. Give it like a little bit here. I think we're cooking. My little seed snake is so small compared to the thing. Oh my god, this is gonna be funny. Oops. Uniform, please. Thank you. I know that usually sea snails, at least from what I saw, are like very, very small, like only a few centimeters. But I think it's gonna be really, really cute. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, so it doesn't look so off. Oops. Okay. Now I need to fix the glass. So usually glasses don't have like the thin rim bit. Glass on the side. So usually have like a little material on the side. Hi KK, thanks for the sub on the YouTube. Oh, by the way, I didn't say anything about it. I was very neglecting that. I'm very sorry. But we reached 800 followers or subscribers on YouTube. Thanks so much, you guys. I'm very, very happy about that. I've been posting my crap shorts of my crap streams on all the socials. I never expected anything to come out of it because people are always like, oh, you need to post content and your content has to be better. But I was like, I'm just going to post what I have. And apparently that works. That works. Apparently that works. I mean, I would like to make better content. I actually wanted to make a proper YouTube video about the demos that I'm playing for Steam Next Fest, but I don't think I can get them done before Thursday. So, I mean, I do have some recordings, but editing, writing a script, figuring that out, I'm still a little bit struggling with making like long form content, like a recording and editing style that works for me. So this is still a little bit trial and error. I think I'm overthinking it. I'm definitely overthinking it a lot. And worrying about it too much, I guess. But I would like for it to be better. Okay. This is not how it works. I mean, a glass has like a little bit of extra space, like glass glass. I mean, question: would you see it that a glass has a wall? When I look at my own glass on the side, would you see that it has a wall? No. You see that it has a thing at the bottom and on the top. So technically, shut up. You want it to go all the way to the edges and maybe be kind of straight. I don't know. I cannot draw straight for the life of me. Real life Pokemon are so funny. What is a real life Pokemon top job? What will you count as like a real life Pokemon? Also, welcome in. How are you doing? I'm just taking my own glass as a reference. If I hold it like this. This is really hard. Hi, Misa. I'm trying to draw a glass with liquid inside, and this is actually much harder than one would think. Just real animals that look unreal or made up. Like the sea bunnies? Like the sea bunnies? Like that one deer that can breathe and has 4 nose holes. Have you seen that one? That is a wild one. That is a wild one. That is a wild one. I guess that's the floor. I'm butchering this. Like this? Okay. And then we're gonna take 2. Maybe actually this nail needs to be a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Like this. I don't even know if the perspective is any good. People are gonna come for me. Perspective is also, yeah, I know I struggle with perspective. I know this is gonna be scuffy. But hear me out. No, wait, that's the ear. We need to delete that. You don't belong here. You're not part of the butt. You're the ear. Shoop, 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 shoop. There we go. Okay. Things look like a bear from Annihilation. What does what? What does what? What? What does where what? What? There's no bear from Annihilation. The bear from Annihilation is a mutant, and it can mimic human speak. Actually, good movie. You should watch it. The deer you said? No, it doesn't look like the bear from Annihilation. It just has four nose holes. I think it's some type of deer that lives in Asia. I think it's an Asian deer. Or maybe North American. I don't know. You're welcome. I showed you whole new world. I showed you a whole new world. Also my tablet's getting fucking hot. Do I want it like this? No, that looks weird. Sorry, little fella. It would be funny if I distorted a little bit just because of glass. That would be funny. I hate that my music always dies. Why? That's not the main thing from Annihilation. I think there was a different mutation than with the melty face. The one where she sits in the house and the bear comes in and it puts its face over her shoulder and screams for help in the human voice. I'm not talking about that bear. I'm talking about that bear because I'm pretty sure that's the only bear that pops up in that movie. It was a good movie. Honestly, I didn't like the ending of the movie because the ending of the movie was like a lot of build up for just ending. And then nothing really happened. Just stopped. Murder fusion, that's what my friends at the time called it. It is creepy. It is super creepy. But honestly, like think about it. That is a trope which is way too little explored in horror movies. You could make so many good horror movies with just things and stuff that mimics human speech and then lures them into their demise. When I think about it, there is actually, well, not animals, lot like doppelgangers. The theme of doppelgangers is very, very popular. I think. Yes, that one. I don't think it's the same as later on. I'm gonna Google that. Bear annihilation. I'ma Google it. I think there's only one bear. I think there's only one bear. There's only one bear. It's where the face almost melted off. Don't think the bear pops up again. There's a movie called Cocaine Bear where bear has like also a very melty face if you want to watch that one. Hi, Nora Ghost. I think you're too young for my for my streams. I'm very, very sorry. But I think you're too young here. I think you're too young for that one. It's like the fusion thing and the stalker. There was only one bear in Annihilation. Okay, I'm gonna Google all monsters. Annihilation movie, all monsters. Yeah, but I don't think you're 18 plus. It had the weird deer. Oh, no, that's Doom. That's a Doom movie. It had the deer, it had the bear. That is. There were not so many monsters in Annihilation. I have to watch the movie again, I think. I do think I have to watch that movie again. There was the dog that kind of fused together with another dog, and then it had two dog faces. That was Annihilation. I think you see that for a minute, but I think there was only one bear. There was only one bear with one bear scene. I am pretty sure about that. Yeah. And then it was like the weird humans that kind of looked like an oil spill. That was very cool. The whole movie was like a freaky, like fever dream, kind of. But funny, good movie. Only one bear, but the bear and the thing that impersonates the main character are different beings. It's melty face on the face of the real life deer with four nostrils. What? 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 And the thing that impersonates the main character are different things. Yeah, the thing that impersonates the main character is basically a human-sized oil spill. It has human shape, but it's not an animal or anything. It's probably one of the best movies in recent history. Is Annihilation recent history? Like, I think recent history is like last 10 years. I think Annihilation is older than that. I think Annihilation is older than the last 10 years. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it. It's probably old. It might be retro by today's standard. Like, ask a youngster. They probably tell you. Why am I calling them youngster? It's just weird. Nope, 2018. That is like 8 years ago. Sissy got upgraded from mommy to granny. Back in my old days, we could sit on the porch. Oh, I saw a weird reel recently that somebody in the US, somebody got arrested because their child went to the corner store down the street and they were not supervised by a grown-up. What do you mean? You get arrested when you send your child to the corner store because they were not accompanied by a grown-up. What do you mean? What do you mean? I was running around all alone. The child was 10. I was running around all alone back in the day. Like, what the heck? What do you mean? I mean, if the child would have gotten lost, they probably would have told like some authorities, oh, I lost my child. I sent it to the corner store and he never came back. Probably would do that, but what do you mean? You get arrested. What the heck? Well, thingy. That is nowhere near retro. It's 2 years before COVID, so minus 2 PC in that measurement. Oh my god. That is a wild thing that we measure things like that. That is a wild thing that we measure things like that. I'm sorry. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Ah, I'm dying. Oh my lord. Kind of squish you a little. Oh my lord. Okay, ears. Like this? Kind of, yeah. BC moved all the way to 2020 before Corona. Oh. Yeah, that's true. Corona was like in the 20s, which is kind of funny because if you know history in the 1920s, you know what popped up around 1920? Spanish flu. And as we say, history likes to repeat itself. So history is probably gonna repeating themselves there too, because when there was a pandemic, then we had a pandemic. So, and humans are dumb. History tends to repeat itself. So I do hope that not everything from like the early 20th century is gonna repeat itself, but so far we're not looking good. Not looking so good. Oh. I'm kind of a little tired. Why can I not draw the thingy? EPCC? I don't know. I've not been sleeping very well recently. I think it's the heat and stuff, and also I've been stressed out. I don't know. I have been stressed out. Technically, I wanted to work on Sunday. I took Sunday off and was. I need to turn off my tablet for a second because it's getting really hot and I would not like it to overheat. So we're gonna do a little yappy. I've been recently stressed out. I don't know why. I think it's a lot of things. I don't want to complain because I am very grateful for like all the people who come to watch me and all this stuff, but I have to say one thing. Not looking forward for an Austrian painter holding a speech. No. We did that. It's America's turn. You already have the American non-painter doing the funny stuff. He's just a lot older. Anyways, not talking about politics. We're not doing politics here. I hate politics. I'm so done with politics. Fuck off. So I don't want to complain about anything because I am quite grateful with everything I have achieved so far, but do I don't know. I feel a little burned out. I had a lot of fun in my last few streams, but also I kind of feel the pressure that I need to keep up and I need to perform and I need to be better and I need to improve. And I'm a little tired. I think I'm a little tired. Because I'm at that stage again. I've been constantly or consistently posting for 23 days as of today, 2 shorts a day, which to be honest, they're optimized. Like I go in, I clip my streams and then I edit them and then I put them in a scheduler and I'm scheduled out. I'm actually scheduled out until mid of July. Um in July, I'm actually posting 3 shorts a day because I have so many, but also I have been a little bit more scrutinizing with, like, the quality of shorts that I'm gonna put out. But I feel like my content starts to repeat itself, and I know eventually this is inevitable because I'm just one person and I do not go out that much. I don't leave my house that often. I don't do that much fun stuff. I can bite your ear off talking about anime and things. Oh yeah, I forgot about the little announcement. I'm a dumbass. Um we'll get to that in a second. um I know eventually it's inevitable that you repeat your content. It's like Josh Strife Hayes said when he did that experiment of streaming full time for 3 months and kind of burned himself out there. Let's be real. That his streams, his 8 hour streams, are basically a loop where you have like half an hour loop where he tells you about the same stories ish, like half an hour loop, and that just repeats itself. And I know eventually that's just gonna happen because I don't really do much. Let's be real. Like I'm just sitting here being a silly VTuber, doing my art and playing my games and talking about things. But yeah, that's a thing. I'm a little bit scared of that because I know keeping up with novelty and improving is kind of hard. And I'm still figuring all of this out. Also, I have to say, I'm quite grateful. Just inevitable, not uninevitable. It's not my first language. You know what I said, so it's fine. As long as you understand me, we're not gonna be like those little people who are gonna piss in your pie. You're enough. Oh, thanks, you anime. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm a little bit scared of that. Also, I don't know what happened, but last week, around what was it, Tuesday, Wednesday, my shorts on Instagram started popping off, which, yay, it's great. But also at the same time, fucking Instagram does not have any moderation on comments whatsoever. It has no moderation on comments whatsoever. And oh my boy. I mean, I got a few of like KYS, if you know what that means, comments on TikTok and YouTube before, but there's moderation and there's like a wall where it tells you got a comment, but when you cannot, is that a Scandinavian accent? No, actually not. My first language is German, but hi, hi Chinoko, welcome in. Gonna talk about that. It, so back to what I was talking about. So YouTube and TikTok kind of tells you got a comment, but then when you click on it, you do not see that comment. So it probably got deleted or held or kind of put into hiding because there was like some content in that comment that was probably like not very nice, very harmful, or very rude. Like one of those things. You don't see that. But on Instagram, there's no moderation on that type whatsoever. And I posted, I forgot what short that was. Mm. It was some type of short that kind of blew up. Hi, DM. And I I got a lot of like not so good and not so nice comments on that. And also one of the recent ones where I was talking about that I hate the trope of being the chosen one in games. And I very well know that that's the whole shtick of Dark Souls. I'm playing Dark Souls. I know the story of the game. I know that that's a thing. But the amount of people on Instagram that do not understand what I meant when I clipped that and are trying to lecture me and telling me that I'm dumb is massive. It's massive. Like on Instagram, I get comments I get nowhere else. Like literally nowhere else. And I think that kind of cracked my psyche on the weekend a little bit. Nice. You baited them? Did I? Well, maybe a little bit, but also at the end of the at the end of the click, I compare it to World of Warcraft, and where I'm just talking about the trope in general. But yeah, how does Instagram not have comment moderation after all these years? I think they had at some point, and then they removed it because all of the metaverse. That's also why I'm not using Facebook. I know a lot of VTubers and streamers use Facebook and Facebook gaming. I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole because I think that's just a minefield for my psyche. I think that's just gonna be like the self-destruct button. So I'm not gonna touch that. Also, I don't know. I don't I don't I don't I don't want to be on Facebook. To be honest, I don't really want to be on Facebook. Like not my real me and also not my VTuber me. I don't want to be on Facebook. I think Facebook Facebook is a thing. Facebook is for unks. You don't need it. Well, some people might say that I'm an unk. I don't know. Am I an unk? What really is an unk? People don't like to put in effort. Well, I do put in effort. I like my effort. But I feel myself. Don't say that. You're just a year older than me. Well, we can be unk together. Anime, we can be unk together. sitting on the couch like like everybody gets the little rocking chair, a blanket, a boba, and some mochi, and then we watch anime. We can be young together. The life, the dream. But yeah, I think that was not so good for my little brain. But I'm quite glad. Speaking of which, I'm quite glad that I'm taking off the rest of the week, which brings me actually to my little announcement, which I forgot to do before when we started. So I'm very, very sorry. I'm gonna do that now. If I find the stupid picture that I made, where the heck are you? I'm organized. I'm not organized. Where the heck did it go? Did I not save it? No, I definitely saved it. I don't know where I saved it. Jesus Christ. I can't find my thingy. More boomers than unks. Unks are on Instagram. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Well, I'm on Instagram because everybody is kind of on Instagram. Instagram just was there. Was always there. Where the fucking hell did I save that? I don't find it. You're gonna be kidding. Blah, blah, blah. Not here. Oh, in schedule. It's in schedule. God damn it. I actually need to resize that. Jesus Christ, this picture is big. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, there we go. So that brings me to my little announcement thingy. So I'm gone for the rest of the week. As I already said, I just noticed WoW turns white on screen. Did you make that do that? Yes, there are special words that turn white. I kind of thought that was a neat effect, but I'm not so sure if it's actually that good, that very well visible. Anyways, speaking of my mental health, I'm gonna take the rest of the week off. I'm actually not home. We're gonna travel, so on Friday I'm gonna sit in a car for 8 hours, and on Monday I'm gonna sit in a car for 8 hours traveling time. So there will be a little hiatus. The next stream will be next Thursday on the 2nd of July. And then at the middle end of July, I'm going on a summer vacation. Flat city booty, CC booty. Oh yeah, my booty's gonna hurt. My booty's gonna hurt from the driving, but it is what it is. I feel worse for Finley because he has to sit in his little box. Well, he has a bigger box now. We bought a bigger box. That font is wild. Can you make it less bold? No, that's exactly the font. It is what it is now. I will read it out to you, okay? So you can actually know what it says. So, mini hiatus from the 25th to the 30th of June. I will be gone for the weekend, a very long weekend. I will be gone for the weekend. The next stream is on Thursday, the 2nd of July at 8 p.m. Central European Time or 2 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna take some time off. We're gonna spend some time with my partner's family. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna relax and not think about content creation and whatsoever. At least I try to. Thanks, Vax. Thanks for the head pets. I think I need a little breather. I'm at that point. I'm at that point in content creation where like I'm super, super happy. Hi Milan. I hope I said that correctly. I'm at that point in content creation where I'm like super, super happy of what I have achieved, but the anxiety and the worry is starting to come in where I'm like, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if what I'm doing is okay. And should I keep on doing that? And does that work? And all that kind of stuff. Like you noticed, I'm starting to overthink. Like I was not sure until yesterday what I wanted to do for today's stream. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going to draw a little. I'm going to talk a little. I actually wrote down a few topics that I wanted to talk about, but I am very, very unprepared. So 4th of, 4th of July stream 2, Screams in Bold Eagle Democracy. Yes. We can play Helldivers then if you'd like to. If we are still at 900 followers on Twitch by Thursday is gonna be a little karaoke. Little Yapping karaoke stream. You're from Hungary? Oh, very nice. Welcome in. We're gonna do little yapping. I tell you what I did the weekend, tell you about the snacks and the food, and about my doggo. And then we're gonna also do a little bit karaoke. Karaoke only for like 6 to 8 songs, because the last time I did karaoke, I wrecked my voice. I think we are at 900. I don't know. I think somebody followed on stream. I'm not so sure. I could be wrong. Well, if we're not at 900, this is your call to action. Follow me, and then there will be a karaoke stream next week on Thursday. I'm gonna sing some songs. Some horrible songs. I don't know what to sing. Well, I figured it out. Maybe on Discord you can make some suggestions and I think about it if I can actually sing it or not. And also if I can find like the karaoke version for that. And then you hear me sing very, very badly. Very, very badly. Long days, pleasant nights, till next time? Yes. Do you like Hungary? I've never been to Hungary, to be honest. My grandma went to Hungary a couple of times and she made some Hungarian dishes. I have no idea how to pronounce them, but they were really, really good. She was a really, really good cook, my grandma. But I've never been to Hungary. I heard it's quite nice, like Budapest. Quite nice. And all that stuff. Ah. Anyways. So that was the little announcement. Anyone who follows will have to answer to me. Should I send you a list, anime? There's this. I know it's very, very bad. You're not supposed to do that. I'm gonna out myself. I'm gonna out myself very, very badly now. You've never been hungry? Yes? No, that's not the point. That's not the point. Anyways, there's a website called Twitch Unfollow Tracker, which you link to your Twitch profile and then it tells you who followed you and who unfollowed you. It is not a good practice. I cannot recommend it, but it does exist. I know that it does exist. Anyways, it's not something that you should look up. Really, you should not look that up. That is not good for you little. Yeah, but it's full of scammers. Hungary is full of scammers? Interesting. Don't go to Hungary. Oh, that's probably where I get all the scam calls from. Makes sense. Starting to make sense. Anyways, yeah, don't look that up. It's not good for your psyche. That's what I meant with like I'm starting to overthink it, starting to obsess. No, Maze, no. I thought you liked it here. No. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You followed 1 month and 1 day. Nice. I actually didn't know that that command worked. I'm amazed. I didn't know that Mix It Up could do that. Cool. No, it only goes for your own. You cannot do it for yourself. I think Maze has to do it for himself. Because it's a, because I didn't set it up. You like the food? The food is quite good. I'm sorry, anime. Maze, do follow age. So we know. I know that Maze has been here for about 3 months. Yeah, 2 months and 14 days. Congratulations. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with how I've grown and all the amazing people that I have. That is way less CC than I expected. Yeah, well, to be honest, I have only been back for like almost 2 months and a little bit. So that makes a lot of sense. Cause last year I was still in my human form. Then I had a scuff model. I had a couple of scuff models. And then I took a hiatus. And then I just came back this year in March. And I think what is it? It's June. March, April, May, June. I've been back for like 4 months ish. And you followed me for 2 of that, yeah. You popped in the middle of it, like somewhere around April, May. I remember that. I do remember that. I do remember my active and lovely community people. I do remember all of you. Okay, that sounded way more threatening than I wanted it to be. But yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy how it's going for now. I mean, you can always be better. You can always be bigger. You can always be bigger. Your favorite food is langosh? Oh, I love a good langosh with good garlic on top. Ah. When it's freshly fried. So tasty. So tasty. So bad for your health. Good langosh in a cold cola. Or when you're out partying at night, you go to those little booths that have like those self-made fries they get from the punch machine with the beer. Oh, that is so good. Okay, sidetracked. I got sidetracked by snacks as always. But yeah, there will be a little hiatus. I will announce the self-made fries. Tell me more. So, okay, there in my little next in a little town next over from my town, there was this it's not really a pub. It's kind of like a going out spot where Cece was a flesh tuber. Yes, a long time ago. You can actually still find what I look like in somewhere on social media. You can go searching for it. I'm not hiding that because that was not the reason why I switched. It's just other reasons why I switched. But anyways, so in the next town over, which was basically the partying town, there was this. It's not a pub, but um, it's not really a pub. It's like a going out spot. It's like a whole house which is for partying things that this one family of a friend actually run it. Oh no, we're in ad jail. Should I wait with the story? I can wait with the story. Tell me when you're out of ad jail. Time to creep. Why are you creepy? Hi, Prince of Lalushki is real good. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. The best food in Hungary is goulash leves. Goulash is good, but Austria has their own version of goulash. They're very good in that. Very good. Mace, you don't even have to creep that much. At this point, I only watch like 5 people who stream their webcam instead of a model or PNG. Honestly, like webcam streaming has its perks. Like, honestly, I performed my statistics were much, much better when I was streaming with cam. Because despite what everybody else says, if you are a nice looking woman with a camera on Twitch, it's basically a self-runner. You don't even have to be funny. You don't even have to be funny for that. And nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with that. You must be gorgeous. Nah, I think I'm quite okay looking. But the thing is, like, it happens with the model too. But what I like about it with the model is there's like a little wall or shield in between. That people who come in and make weird comments, it's not directly at you, it's at the model. So there's a little bit of like a distance, an invisible wall. So there we go. We back, start over. Freedom! You have more freedom with VTubing. Yeah, very much. The main reason why I wanted to be a VTuber, as dumb as it sounds, the main reason why I wanted to be a VTuber was for those things. I wanted those things. I wanted this thing specifically. And I was like, yay. I wanted to be a VTuber mostly because of that. They are fun to throw at you. Oh yeah, I love it. Also, I like the sound that the users make because I recorded that one myself. It's funny. It's funny. Silly CC. Yeah, I like that. Because that's stupid, silly stuff which I can just enjoy. You recorded. How did you make it? So I used my software. The microphone software that I have, which is called motif mix because I have a Shure microphone, can make recordings. So I just recorded some wee sounds and put them on, and then I put it in Kbonk, and that's how it works. That's basically how it works. And then it triggers per little Yuzui that gets thrown is a little wee sound, which is quite neat. I think that's quite neat. So yeah. Probably better if you have a model than camera because some people are stalkers or creeps. Yes, there's many creepy people out there, but I guess that's fine. So basically, I have to be honest, like when I was on camera, I performed much better. Like I had like average viewers of like 15. Right now I'm somewhere around like 7. But that makes sense. I'm a new VTuber. I haven't put any content out there yet. Like there's not so much content about me out there. Nobody really knows about me. And the niche of VTubers is very nichey. So yes. But there were a few things about being a flesh tuber, as I'd like to say it, that bothered me. So first of all, making clips, I fucking hated that. Because my camera was never really didn't even know you, and now I'm your regular. Honestly, all the people in here are new. I think you're all from my VTuber era because when I switched from being a camtuber to being a VTuber, I lost all of the audience, which makes sense because a lot of people who are not who are watching flesh tubers are not really watching VTubers. That's not their shtick. And also like you know Brian in Bottles on my Discord server, he's a friend. He's a streamer friend. He used to watch me a lot and he always complains about like, oh, I miss the cameras on CC because my facial expressions were apparently very funny. Very funny. But I think my facial expressions on this model are quite good too. Like I can still do weird funny faces and do the eh, and the those faces. So I think that was not really that much a trade-off. It is not exactly the same as like the real face because with a VTuber model with like mimicking and stuff, you always have to little exaggerate. Like you really have to exaggerate. Like if I don't open my eyes like fully like this, like now I'm really prying them open. I usually have them like this. And I talk very low so my mouth wouldn't move that much. So you really need to start mimicking. You learn things. You really learn things. But honestly, I personally prefer the VTubing audience that I have at the moment a lot more. A lot more. Also, mentally for me, it's a lot more liberating because I can be fucking weird and say stupid things as I want. And all you know me as is this silly little VTuber doing his stupid shit and saying dumb things. And that is so nice. And you don't perceive the real me. You could be sitting in your underwear and don't have to worry. Yes. Yes, exactly. Also, it's freaking hot here. I'm almost sitting in my underwear. This is too much information, I know, but I will tell you anyways. Ah, it's so freaking hot in my room. But but I like VTubing. I like it here. And yeah, getting back to the thing that I hated when I was a flesh tuber, I hated making shorts of myself because the camera that I had, that I still have, that I did the building stream with, it is not the best camera, not with the best camera quality. Also, my room is quite dark. I mean, I do have lights and it picks up my tracking quite well, but oh boy, the visual quality of the flash of the face cam and all of that kind of stuff was just crap. And I hated making shorts. Ow, Maze, why? Why? I hated making shorts because I was just so upset with that quality. So I just never made them. now with being a VTuber, like even if the quality of the not YouTube but Twitch compression is a little bit off, it still looks good. Still looks good. I don't have to cringe about that with being like, oh no, it looks so ugly. Oh no. You know? So that's something that's quite nice. Also, I like making shorts much more because I finally figured out how to. Well, I got a better microphone that is quite nice sounding, I think. And I like my model. I like how I customized my model. Would you like to see, for everybody who's new in here, would you like to see the full model? Do a little model showcase once again. This is full body CC. This is full body me. The only thing that the model sadly does not do, which I kind of would have liked it to do, is when I move that the feet do a little steppy steps. But I like it. I like the rigging, and honestly, like everything that kind of happens below the waist does not matter anyways. It's just extra. It's just nice extra. And I like it because it is a customizable model, but I got many compliments when I started out that it does not look like the basic customizable model. If you want to know what the base for this is, it's the Senmaku model. If you go on VGen, you can find it. I think it does not look like the model itself anymore, and that I quite like. I just wish it had a lot more like customizable clothing functions, then I could make a lot more different customizations, like different customization outfits. That's sadly not. I am limited to what the model gives me. But yeah, that's quite nice. So, did I miss a question or something? Did I miss something in chat? I don't think so. Could always use more booba. I mean, I'm already almost on the max booba slider. I can show you what the max would be. I think this would be the right. This is very hardly noticeable. This is the one I have. And this is the biggest size. Could also show you the smallest size. Like this would be the smallest size, but that would be little weird, little sad. So that's the biggest size. So I almost have the biggest size. They grow in real time. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Also, I can make myself more child looking. Like this is my child face. I hate it. Thank you. I don't like. Oops. I don't like looking too childy. No. Do that for about 3 hours. I don't think that would be very good. Very good content. Also, Peter, welcome in. Please and thank you. No maze. No maze. That's reassuring. Yeah, I'm not big with children. I'm not big with children. Thank you, anime. I did well making my own. I'm quite proud of that. So yeah. Was there any other question on why I switched to VTubing? Maze, I can make a little GIF for you or GIF, however you want to pronounce it. Fight or rate in the comments. And just of doing the booby slider. You get a little GIF, okay? I make you one. I'm not gonna do that for 3 hours on stream. That would annoy me. I would find that very, very boring. I'm not doing the booby slider. Yeah, do the little peeky That would be amazing. I know, but you would have to sub for that. You know, little subby. Then you can have this little peaky emote. Move expansion emote for 50k, 25k bits. No, actually, I actually don't know. I think you get this one for 5. You get this one for 10. And you get that one for 15. I don't actually know what the smart wants to pay. Well, yeah, I know, right? I'm the only one who uses them because nobody unlocked them so far. I'm not big enough that people actually give me money. But yeah, I thought though I give you the boobies first before I give you the hiney, the little butt, the buttocks. So yeah. Speaking of boobs, I don't know if you whoever I don't know anybody who's seen it who is in my Discord has seen it. I've been watching Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and oh boy, the boobs in this anime, like the first season I thought was like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of boobs and butts going around, but it's decent, it's fun, it's not terrible. And then season 2 started yesterday. I started it yesterday and I was like, okay, okay. Wait, we're just throwing all the plot out of the window and it's just boobs and butts and we're just talking about boobs and butts all the time. Basically, it's my Twitch stream when you think about it. Because I clipped so many clips about me talking about boobs and butts. It's been a thing. It is a thing. Yes. Yes, anime. I have officially kind of run out of anime to watch. I have to make this sad declaration that I have officially run out of anime to watch. I finished watching Demons of the Shadow Realm. I mean, there's sometimes a new episode popping in ever so often. What genres? I watch a lot of genres, everything except isekai. Because every time I try an isekai, I start watching an isekai. 2-3 episodes in, we're doing politics. And when I watch anime, I really don't want to do politics. Like, really not. We can do murder, we can do romance, we can do school life and all weird things, we can do sci fi, all the weird shit. But please, no isekai with politics. I'm I'm so jaded. I'm so jaded by that. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody mentions politics, I'm out the door. It's just like, no. Like, I really wanted, okay, hear me out. I really wanted to enjoy Overlord. And I watched Overlord for a very, very long time just because, like, big booby lady. Why not? She was funny. But after season 2, when the guy wants to have a town and all, like, is going ham on everything, I'm just like, no, 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 this is not. This is not what I signed up for. It's a new world and needs to rule. Yeah, but he's so cocky about it, and he's not a good character. I don't like him. I don't like him, so I stopped. I just stopped watching. Don't hate me. I think Overlord is not the worst isekai that's out there. The worst one is actually, in my opinion, he's not cocky. He's clueless. Yeah, he's dumb as a brick, and he annoys me. He's dumb as a brick, and he annoys me. Like every time when you hear his inner thought, he does something and everybody's like, oh, he's so smart and he's doing that because of that. And then you hear his inner thoughts and his inner thoughts is basically like, I didn't think about that. That was not what I had in mind. Ah. He annoys me. I don't like him one bit. I like his underlings very much, but the minute that he pops up on the screen, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. So I stopped watching. But the worst isekai, worst under quotation marks, because you know a lot of people love it, is the time I was reincarnated as a slime. That is just pure as politics. It has some good bits into it with like the demon lords and all the things, but it's so much politics talk. Like even though the world building and a lot of stuff around it is quite cool, it has so much politics talk. I'm just dying inside. Tensura, I can't wait for the next episode. I heard that the dragon, we have different tastes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, my favorite animes at like of all time are Neon Genesis Evangelion, Frieren, Dungeon Meshi. Oh, I love Dungeon Meshi. I can't wait for the next season of Dungeon Meshi. Hell's Paradise. Oh, that is really, really good. That is also gonna end after the next season, I think. And Spy X Family is quite good. I do enjoy that. What else? What else do I like to watch? And then sometimes I just watch some weird ass anime I just run into. I'm not shaming anybody's anime tastes. Don't get me wrong. If you do enjoy isekai, that's perfectly fine. I do understand what the appeal is, but for me the problem is that it's just politics. Like really, the politics part is just I can't. Check that man Wonderland. Is that on Crunchyroll? Because there's a lot of things that I would like to see and it's not on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll. Yes, don't hate me. I'm watching also Witch Hat Atelier. It's quite good. What was it called? That Man Wonderland. That man. I don't hate you. Oh, thank you. No, it's actually not on Crunchyroll. What the fuck, Mace? What the fuck? Excuse you? Well, we're talking about anime. We're talking about anime that I have recently run out of animes to watch. I'm just waiting for new episodes of Witch Hat Atelier and what was the other one? Demons of the Shadow Realm. I'm just waiting for new episodes of these ones. Apart from that, I haven't really found anything really, really fun or that I like to watch. So I'm watching weird stuff like Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maids. I have Wand and Sword on my wish list or on my watch list. I think. Poco no Pico? What is Poco no Pico? Poco no Pico. Why does it not have that? Oh my god, don't search it! Why not? Of course I'm gonna search it. If I'm gonna be real, I watched Deadman Wonderland because of the main girl looks naked in her outfit. That is fair. That is fair. Like no shame here. No shame here. Oh, she does look naked in her outfit. I just saw it. I thought, no. You thought wrong, my man. She does look naked in her outfit. She does. Because the outfit is just as pale as she is. Especially on the poster. That is very misleading. That is very misleading. Oh no, is that the oh no. That's the one with the child and the Maze. What the fuck? What the heck, Maze? Shame on you, shame. We don't do that here. One anime that I'm watching at the moment, which I quite like, is The Food Diary of Miss Maid. It's a very popular anime. Well, it's very questionable, if you ask me. Like, looking at that. Not my. Aren't you old too? You're in your 20s. The fuck? Anyways, I watched the first episode of Boku no Pico at an anime con. How did that pan out? I'm curious. Also, I would like to go to an anime con, but I don't like to be surrounded by people. So, problems. But anyways, if you like food and would like to learn a lot about Japanese food and snacks, watch The Food Diaries of Miss May. That is really, really good. That is really, really good. Yeah, why was that playing there? Like, if Maze asked that questions, you know this. This anime is sus. Like, even if Maze pops in and asks that questions, you know immediately that anime is sus. It's sussy. It's worse than Elfen Lied, and there was little children running around naked. Why is it on a hentai website? They had 18 plus panels later hours. It was for the meme. Was it? I don't think so. Oh yeah, there were dismembered children in Elfenlied. Yeah, and a lot of naked children. And like very questionable things with children. My kind just how can you block that Maze? The whole anime was that. The whole anime was that. Very twisted show, yeah. Like they don't make shows like that anymore. Like giving us. Was it incest? I don't think it was incest. Not in. God damn it! I have to probably unpublish this this mod again. Not in Elfenlied. See, another one. We found another one. Welcome in, Chinoko. You have found your crew. Actually, no. The first anime that I've seen was Hellsing, and it was not the sanitized version of Housing, but the yeah, the Housing Ultimate, where it starts off with the we all know, we all love that. The cousin wanted to fuck the protagonist. How is that not incest? Are they really cousins though? I don't think they really were cousins. I don't think. Anyways. Oh, in the anime, in the manga, they actually get married. What the heck? What did I just read? What hell? Yeah, it's like that. What was the new anime that blew up recently? Well, recently, a few years ago, with the idol Oshinoko. Hi, Easton. We're talking about anime and questionable things in anime. I hope we're not disturbing you. Amazing Digital Circus. No, not them. I never seen Amazing Digital Circus, but YouTube always loves to feed me shorts about that, and I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on there. Also, thanks for the subby on the YouTube side. Anyways, Oshinoko, when that one chapter and that one episode of the possible incest dropped. Oh, people were so pissed. God, people were so pissed. I do understand that, but also like it was so freaking. I heard it ended now, and the ending was not very well received of the manga. So yeah. I loved the first season of Oshinoko. I liked it when they did the dances and the songs and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't really care for the murder mystery plot and the personal vendettas. That was just didn't really care for that. My favorite anime is You. Is it? I don't think I have it. No Game, No Life? No? Is there really an anime called You? You know, I like Cosmic Princess Kaguya. Yes, I'm so obsessed. Maze, I'm so obsessed with that movie still. I'm still listening to the songs, and actually, that's what's inspired our little mascot. That because she has a little mascot, which is a sea sluggy, and we have a little mascot, which is a sea sluggy. Like, look at it. He's so cute. It's adorable. So freaking adorable. The Cosmic Princess Kaguya is on Netflix, but you can also watch it somewhere else. And we watched it as movie night like a month ago on Discord. I was wondering what to do. You guys think about Jesus Christ? Oh, please, no religion and politics in this channel. Easton, first warning, no religion on this channel. Wow, Cece doesn't remember that I was there. Honestly, Mace, I have no memory of this. I know that you weren't with when we watched... What was it again? I actually heard... I'm so sorry, Mace. I know that you weren't there when we watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I couldn't traumatize you. That made me sad. I wanted to traumatize you. What, the first half of Cosmic Princess Kaguya is really, really good. And have a great day too, Easton. The first half of not Cosmic Princess Kaguya, the first half of Rocky Horror Picture Show is really, really good and has some memeable songs, and the second half is just a wild fever dream. At that time, you probably have to do the drinking game with like every time the woman's name, I forgot her name, is being mentioned, that you just take a swig. And I think you need to prepare for this up till there. Then the second half makes a lot more sense. I think. Probably. That's what I imagine. You missed everything since then European time zone. Well, Maze, what time zone would fit you best? Because I try to... Thanks for the follow. I try to make it work for everybody, but it also has kind of to work in my time frame. And the problem is I cannot stream or make movie nights at 3 in the morning for me, because I have to get up at like 9 a.m. like in 6 hours after that. Like, I have a puppy. My puppy demands attention, and I have to get up in the mornings. I cannot do too late. I'm so sorry. My doggy is very demanding. Why is Crunchyroll offering me Reborn as a vending machine? I forgive you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maze. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh my. Watch Uma Musume. I watched some of the Uma Musume. I also played the game. But the problem with the game is I just want to open the packages and get the new Uma Musumes. And you have to play the game or spend money, and I don't want to do either. I just want to open the boxes. I heard it's a peak anime. It has some very, very good moments, like really good moments. But I don't think it's on... It's a fun game too. It's not bad. It's like my first gacha game that I tried. Honestly, for a gacha game, not terrible. But the thing is, like, you either need to play the game or spend money, and I just want to open the blind boxes, and I cannot do one without the other thing. So, what a shame! What a shame! I on my first pull though, I pulled like a super epic rare horse, like the Ferrari looking one. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. She looks very pretty. She looks very, very pretty. Was very happy with that. That my wife. I won a few races with her. She's very, very good. But yeah, had to deinstall the game because I cannot spend money. Cannot spend the money that I don't have. Sadly, cannot spend the money. Why do I have Inscription open? Okay, Easton, I have to let you go. I'm sorry, I gave you a warning. But I have to let you go. Goodbye. Hi, Rooster. Gambling addiction detected. Honestly, I try not to, but oh boy. I haven't spent anything and I have all the horses that I want. Well, you got lucky. Also, to be honest, like Uma Musume the game, I play my ADHD brain. It couldn't it couldn't just couldn't keep my attention, not for very, very long. That's why I like as I said before when we talked about Steam Next Fest, I like roguelike deck builders now because that always gives me something novel and that keeps my attention. As dumb as that sounds. But it does, and it works. Those games figured me out. The same with like Dark Souls, or things where you have to work to achieve something that keeps my attention. Like that those games I can keep for long. Games where I have to grind or something like that, no, I don't want to play Balatro. I just don't want to play Balatro. You've been gambling every day for 20 years and all I think about is I haven't gotten addicted. I think that's what you call an addiction. Kangarooster, I think that's what you call an addiction. I'm not a professional here, but I think that's what you call an addiction. I think you need help. just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyways. Oh my. Hi, Anya. Welcome in on the YouTube side. How you doing? What's your favorite anime? We're talking about anime and gambling and Uma Musume. Basically, that's how we went there. We went from anime to Uma Musume to gambling. Just a stolen meme. Oh, that's good, Rooster. That's good. That's good. But stop. Get help. Don't do that. Funny things. Funny things. I don't have conventional addictions, but I do get addicted to anything that distracts me from the fact that I exist. Oh, you feel the can't talk. You feel the existential dread, as all of us. That's why we're here in my stream. I try not to let you guys feel the existential dread. Your favorite anime is Kageguri? Oh, I started watching some of that, but the main character is so nutty. Main character is so nutty. I heard that there is like an offshoot anime that's not so good. Also, I couldn't follow the rules. I don't know why. I don't know why. Couldn't follow the rules. It's very wild. Oh yeah. one of the recent animes that I like is like watching the Classroom of the Elite. I started watching that. I'm through it now, so I'm waiting for new episodes. I When I started watching it, I thought I would not like it because it was just like, oh, it's just weird stuff happening. It's just weird stuff happening. And then it was like, no, it's not weird stuff happening. It's other stuff happening. It's actually intrigue and mastery and all that stuff. Kage Ka- Kagegurui is so peak. You love it. Oh, that's why we mentioned gambling. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should give it another try. Maybe. But the problem is, I don't know. You watched the US show? There was a US show. You mean like real life? Hold on, I need to sneeze. There is an IRL version of that. I have to Google that. Kage IRL. There is one. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Oh, everything that's live action is on Netflix. Netflix is kind of like the graveyard where all the live action goes to die. To be honest, the One Piece live action was not bad, but I personally hate, like, I get the ick when somebody makes a live action of an anime because anime looks a specific way. And when you try to translate that into live action, especially when the hair is wild and the things like the abilities and stuff is like very out there, it is it throws me off. It throws me off so badly. I don't know why. I don't know why. Fair warning, they have an anime behavior and talking like that, but in English, that sounds so cringy. That sounds so cringy. You watched it in German? Was the German dub any good? Usually I don't like it when I watch something in German because the German um dubs are basically just the same five people. It's always the same five people. You can always tell, like, oh, I have heard this voice before. I I know where you've been from, like especially when it's series, like especially the crime series, which goes on forever, like in NCIS and that stuff. When they reuse the voice somewhere else, it's like I know where you have been. I seen you on Friday. I know where you've been. Watching all Chinese films speaking German. Oh, that's peak. That's peak German television. It feels like the English dub, but also live action, which makes it worse. And it was fun to watch, though a bit cringe when you're aware of the dubbing. Oh, yeah. Honestly, dubbing depends on the dubbing. Some dubbing is really, really good. Like Apothecary Diaries has really good dubbing in English. But some other shows like One Piece, when you get really aware of that, it's so cringy. It's so cringy. Not that cringe is bad, because everything that I do here is very cringe, but that was, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get like the right memo for what was expected for certain animes, but they just couldn't pull it off. Not entirely. But who else has a good dubbing? Apothecary Diaries has a good dubbing. Freeren's dubbing is also not so bad in English. I haven't heard the German one. I also kind of don't want to hear the German one. Let's be real. Like ever since I left Austria, I've watched as little German content, like German speaking content as possible. Just because I don't know what it is, but in my mind, if it's like the original voiceover or just acting, like the original voices, it sounds much better. It gives a very, very different feeling. Maybe that's just weird preference. Could be. Either way, but it's my weird preference. So that's fine. That's fine. But maybe I put it. I probably have not so much to do this weekend except relax and draw a little bit funny stuff, funny comics. I probably should give Kagurui. I cannot pronounce the name. Kagegurui another chance. I'm gonna put it on my Crunchyroll list. Just so I don't forget. Okay. I cannot pronounce shit. I cannot. I'm furious. Kakego. Did they remove it from Crunchyroll? I could swear it was on there. They removed it from Crunchyroll. You cannot be real. Is it on Netflix now? I'm not gonna watch it on Netflix. I'm not buying Netflix. Fuck Netflix. It's not. What? It's on. Oh, it is on Netflix. Why is it on Netflix? Piracy. I probably will resort to piracy. Maybe. I'm not bringing a laptop. I'm only bringing my tablet. But that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, so I heard a rumor. Listen to me. I heard a rumor about an anime website that is supposedly going live. Either it is already live or it's going live soon. But it's kind of like not Crunchyroll and not Netflix. You don't pay a subscription, but you can watch almost all the anime. And it's not a pirate site. No, it's not a pirate site. It's supposed to be legal. But I'm questioning, like, how legal can that be? Because I know that Netflix, I hate Netflix. Netflix, for whatever reason, is holding Neon Genesis Evangelion hostage. They just keep onto it, like with a death grip, like literal death grip. They don't want to let that go. Which I kind of hate because I just want one website. Also, like Crunchyroll and Netflix are not a thing in Japan. Japan has their own anime service, which is kind of nice. I just want one site where I can watch all the fun stuff, all the anime, and I don't have to worry about all the other stuff. That is so annoying. I don't want to buy 15,000 streaming websites to watch anime and things. Oh, want to hear a funny thing? You know, in Norway, there's this one TV, like TV internet. Is it Amasia TV? I don't remember the name, but it could be. But hear me out. So in Norway, there's this one television and internet provider who kind of has a subscription or like a package service where they packed all the the streaming services back together, like Hulu, Netflix, Paramount, all the kind of funny stuff except Crunchyroll, because anime is not that well. It is quite popular in Norway. Anyways, besides the point. They packed it all together, basically reinvented cable TV, and and then you can watch it, which is wild because when I was a kid and streaming services started to pop up, it was the whole argument that you don't want to pay for like cable TV. And now with the streaming services, we kind of got back into cable TV. It's insane. Like it's really going into a loop. What is this? What is this? What is this life? We have it on cable here. You can choose what you want. Yeah, shit is out of control. You get 3 services and there are no shit resolution, and it's 45 euros a month. That's a scam. That's a scam. You know what you should do? We should all join my Discord server, and I'm gonna reinstate Anime Night. We're gonna watch 2 episodes or 3 episodes of an anime once a week, if possible. And whoever has it supplies it. I have Crunchyroll. Anybody else who has like Netflix supplies that one. And if not, we're just gonna sail the seas. I'm gonna watch anime. Like, at the end of the day, this is what you're gonna do. Speaking of subscription service, I'm not paying for any of those. Well, you're a very smart person. Jinoko, you're very, very smart. I applaud you. Speaking of subscription, we have talked about Xbox and their plan for subscription service and rental service of their new, what's it called? Of their consoles. Yeah, it's coming into gaming. I'm hating that. Oh, that reminds me. I actually wrote that down on my list. I don't want to start off getting rambly, but I'm always getting rambly. I'm so sorry. I need to prepare those yapping streams a little bit better. I watched a YouTube video on Monday. So yesterday was Monday. I think the YouTube channel is called Muck Thief or something like that. And basically that guy is a little bit ranty. He's very ranty about gaming industry and all stuff. But what he said was very interesting because he claimed that the gaming industry is kind of getting into a crisis. I don't know how better to word it, but we're kind of sliding into a gaming industry crisis, and all the games are getting much more expensive, and people cannot afford games anymore. And then all the what you call it, all the studios are gonna crash, and then then gaming is gonna get a renaissance. It's gonna pop back up. And the thing that he called or kind of quoted as a source was back in the 80s. I was not alive back then, so I have no ideas about the 80s. But back in the 80s, there was this thing where especially Atari apparently was very, very hyped on, except Asian studios, which are increasing salary for the employees. Yeah, but Asian studios are very, very different. You cannot compare Asian gaming studios to Western gaming studios, because in Asian culture, especially Japanese, that's something that's very unheard of in Western culture, is that the higher ups, the CEOs, take a pay cut rather than sacking people, like firing people from their game studios. That is something, if you tell that to like a CEO at Epic Games or Xbox or something, they would never do that. They would never do that. That is not a thing. So just the cultural mindset that they have is very, very different. But back to the 80s. Back in the 80s, when Atari was kind of like on their rise, and Atari still existed back then. Also, Asian gaming market is very different. We'll get to that in a second. Let me finish my thought about the 80s. I'm doing the thing again. Okay, so back in the 80s, when Atari was on the rise, Atari was so believing or so hell-bent or delusional almost that their games and their gaming industry could not fail, that they made that ET game. You know, the notorious ET game that kind of later got dumped into a landfill, and a guy found the landfill full of the ET games that never sold. Funny fact, they actually made um more ET games than there were actually Atari consoles sold out there, because they were so delusional. They were so convinced that this was going to work, and then the whole thing just imploded. So that's the thing that he kind of quoted in of like, this is happening now in Western gaming. I can't really see it, so I don't know. Also, Asian gaming. Let's hop into Asian gaming real quick. Asian gaming, just the cultural mindset and the gaming mindset of, like, in Asia is very, 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 very different, because a friend of mine who, he's American, but he's Asian American, but he grew up in Asia and has that very Asian mindset. The gaming mindset in Asia is like, you don't grind for things, you pay for things. If you want something, you just put money in it, and then you play for like your pleasure, the little hours that you have. That is a very mindset. That mindset would never fly in like Western society, because we're not like that. For us, games are more like something you, as a time investment that you want to enjoy. The minute it becomes pay to win, Westerners, like the Western world, is very appalled by that, which I do understand, because in our mindsets, it's more like, this is a free time. This is something to enjoy. It's not something where you invest money in. Ow. Thank you. I did. Thank you. Surely the people would buy Atari for just this game. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Does Atari still exist? I don't think it did. Whatever happened to Atari? I think I'm gonna Google that. What happened to Atari? Yeah, it was experiencing a historic corporate collapse during the 1983 video game crash. Yeah, that was the one that that the guy quoted. Does it still exist? Does Atari still exist? Yes, Atari is still existing today under the French holding company. Oh my god, Atari went French. Atari SA, formerly Infogrames. Oh my god, it's the French. The French are colonizing again. Oh no. Oh no. Well, Nacon tried the same, and then they shot themselves in the foot with the makes sense why it collapsed. No, that was before the French came. That was before the French came. Atari got bought up by Infogrames a long time ago, yes. And then they were French. Were they French, or were they bought by the French? Something like that. But Nacon tried a similar thing, where it was buying especially German gaming studios. And then they created, or one of the gaming studios, namely Dedelic, that they bought, created Gollum. And none of those exist anymore. I wonder why. I wonder why. That must have been a blunder. Maybe. Just saying. Yeah. But I do see what the guy meant with we're having an oversaturation of games. I do see that, because when you think about it, they announced a new was it Silent Hill or Resident Evil? I think it was Silent Hill. A new Silent Hill game every year? That is not sustainable. With all love of God and everything, That is not sustainable. Just really not. You can prove me wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. It's a thing. Not on that one. Not on that one. Okay. I'm kind of yapped out. I should prepare. Code CZ. What's with Code CZ? What did CZ do? What did I do? I'm kind of yapped out. I need to prepare those yapping streams a little bit better, like write down more things. Yap freely. I always say that, and then I don't do that. That should be a game. Like I said to Brian when he said there should be a gaming sim game where you date me, that would not be a good game. That would not be a good game, because what would you do? Actually, there is a game which is called Streaming Simulator, where you simulate that you are a streamer. Sorry, I'm playing with my pen. You probably hear that in the background. I just realized that. Streaming Simulator, where you are a streamer and you try to make money while streaming. That's a thing. That does exist. Oh no, we have an ad break. Oh no, not the ad break, not the ad jail. While you guys are in ad jail, I'm actually gonna look who we can rate out to later. Um. Hmm. I'm not. Advertisers hate this shithole. That's really good for you. That is really good for you, Kangarooster. Honestly, Twitch ads are I don't know how to say it, but Twitch ads are like a gamble because sometimes you get hit. Sometimes you don't get hit. Yeah. It just gives you ads or it doesn't give you ad. For me, it always gives me like one ad and then it just stops. It just stops. I don't know. And most times you have ad block. I have ad block. Though ad block doesn't work that well on Twitch anymore. They kind of changed the setting there. But that's okay because technically I don't watch that much Twitch. I have to say, I'm sorry. I'm a very bad socializing VTuber. I am not socializing enough as a VTuber. But I already had like two and they're not blocking that well. But I'm not watching that much Twitch because if I watch something, I watch it on YouTube and watch like certain little clips on YouTube just because I don't have the time to stop by, especially people I would like to stop by. When they start streaming, I'm usually sleeping because they're not in my time zone. But on the other hand, on some ad breaks, I get an ad for Twitch Turbo. Oh, that you always get. That's just the insert Twitch Turbo ad. That's just always there. That has nothing to do with your ad block. That's just a thing that Twitch perfectly runs on their side. I mean, yeah, then I don't watch Twitch. I hang out with streamer chat. Yes, exactly. And the thing for me is, if there's too many people already in chat that I cannot yap with, I I don't go back. Like I would love to hang out in Centrea's stream or Giga and all that kind of stuff, but there's so many people in chat, and then I don't. When I try to talk, there's like there's too many people. I don't want to talk there. So I would rather watch the clips. For me, it's generally like sitting in a corner quietly with a group of friends. Yes, I do like that. I do like that a little bit, very much. But also, on the other hand, as a streamer, it would be cool. It would be cool to kind of like get like just for once, get like 100 people in chat, like imagine it. That would be the dream. Streaming and eventually just 100 people like to watch you and like your content and want to hang out with you and have a good time. And then I feel like I made it. I would feel like I made it. I think that would be the dream. I don't know. Personally, for me, that I think that would be kind of the dream. That would be so cool. Because then I think like I personally for me, I would feel like I had done something right. Whatever I did, it went well. I did something. People liked what I did and they enjoyed it. And then I don't know. Very delusional. I know, very delusional. Like 100 people watching, getting some subscribers. I actually need to figure out what I offer subscribers on my Discord server before I be like, oh, please subscribe. Because I want to offer people something, but I have no idea. And I'm very, very bad with keeping that up. Anyways, girl can dream, right? A girl can dream. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read out. There's somebody opening my door. So it's for me time to go. It's weird. People opening my door. It's time to go. Okay, I think we're gonna raid into... I'm gonna send you over to Mimfter. They're also doing art, like proper art, not like I do. Not my scuff art like I do. Because I think I sent you to Len the last time. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna read out to Mimfter. Stick around for the raid. Thanks for watching, as always. Little reminder. Hold on. Where's my little picture? Little reminder that there will be no streams anymore this week. I will be back next week on Thursday. So I wish you all a happy long week vacation from this silly goose. And I hope I see you all on Thursday for probably some karaoke. If we're going to keep the 900 followers on Twitch, we're going to do some karaoke. Yay! Okay, so have a lovely rest of your day. Have a lovely weekend. And I wish you all the best. I see you in a week. I love you all and have a good time. Bye!